Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5:30.
We begin tonight with breaking news. Attorney General Loretta Lynch made it official today. Hillary Clinton will not be charged for using a personal email server during her tenure as Secretary of State. Lynch met with FBI Director James Comey, career prosecutors, and agents who conducted the investigation late this afternoon. Continue to stick with us for updates on this breaking story.
The issue that I have with it that makes it frustrating is when phone calls go unanswered, texts go unanswered.
It's called the Veterans Crisis Line, and it's a number veterans can call or text during a mental health or substance abuse emergency. But a new report says the agency is not answering all of those pleas for help. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric breaks down what those unanswered calls mean to the over 10,000 veterans in Cass County alone.
The Veterans Crisis Line is supposed to help those defending our freedoms. But a new report out says the VA is falling far short of what they're promising. The agency is supposed to answer at least 90% of their calls within 30 seconds. The report found they only answered 65 to 75% of calls. Also part of this, vets can send text messages. The report's findings, 28% of text messages just went simply unanswered.
Pretty sure there's a lonely vet sitting at a computer trying to chat with somebody because he's got issues and he's not getting any answers. So that part of it is frustrating.
Thorstad is the Veterans Service Officer for Cass County. He says it's encouraging the VA is trying to connect to a generation of vets who are much more plugged in.
Giving them those options, I think, is a great idea. They just have to get better at it.
He adds that it's great there's so much focus on mental health issues for vets, but the stigma surrounding combat vets and issues like PTSD still haunts many.
They want you to get help, but on the flip side, it's going to affect your career. So they kind of carry that stigma into the civilian realm when they get out of the service.
He says it's going to take people getting educated about mental health before real change will happen. Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
Two other reports have come out in recent days, further criticizing the VA for many other issues, saying there are, quote, many profound deficiencies. We've posted information from those reports online. Just click on this story on valleynewslive.com. The Department of Justice will lead the investigation into a deadly police shooting in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, a shooting that has sparked public protests across the community. It happened shortly after midnight yesterday when two uniformed officers responded to an anonymous call about a man selling CDs and threatening the caller with the gun. Graphic cell phone video of the incident shows the officers struggling with 37-year-old Alton Sterling before throwing him to the ground and shooting him. The coroner says Sterling died from multiple gunshot wounds to the chest and back.
It is our goal and our mission to make sure that a thorough, just, transparent, and independent investigation be conducted into this incident.
The officers have been placed on administrative leave pending an investigation. Some of us might see showers here and there, but they likely won't put a stop to any backyard barbecues going on tonight. We know of at least one happening in Fargo, but first, let's head over to meteorologist Robert Hahn with a look at first weather. Robert?
Yeah, some pretty nice weather for the most part across the region. Just a few clouds to deal with, some warm temperatures in the 70s and 80s, and some light winds. But as we head through the overnight hours tonight and through the day tomorrow, a pretty good chance for some showers and some thunderstorms. 73 in Roseau and Langdon, 77 Grand Forks, 81 here in Fargo. That's matched by an 81 down in Wahpeton. As I mentioned, the winds are light out there, but as we see some showers and storms develop later on tonight and tomorrow, we'll see some strong and gusty winds in and around some of those showers and storms. Cloud cover that we've had in the Central Valley, that continues to dissipate. More clouds on the way from the west, and along with that, a chance for those showers and storms. Right now on the radar, just a few echoes making their way through Cass County and Clay County. That is not reaching the ground. A dry evening out there, and we're anticipating a dry evening as we head through the rest of the 7, 8, and 9 o'clock hours here in the Fargo-Moorhead area, and temperatures cooling down slightly into the mid-70s. It is, as mentioned, a great night for a backyard barbecue, and that's where we headed out to Hutch Johnson here in South Fargo for the Cashwise Backyard Barbecue. Hey, Hutch.
Thank you, Robert Hahn. A beautiful evening indeed. A few clouds, but from time to time we're getting some peaks of sun here at Diane Lansing's place. Where did you sign up to win, Diane?
at Cashwise in South Fargo.
Now, was it hard and a lot of work on your part to get ready for this?
No, very easy.
Very good. Cashwise pretty much brings everything. Who did you invite tonight?
I have my niece Christy here and various neighbors and friends.
Well, that sounds like a fun time in the backyard, and we're looking forward to it. Hey, the steaks are on. Diane, go help yourself to a steak. And Christine, I got to tell you, these steaks are going very quickly right now, faster than Robert Hahn's knuckleball. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Hutch. Today, Pope Francis met with the parents of a U.S. college student found dead in a river in Rome. According to a press release, the Pope expressed deep sympathy and compassion. 19-year-old Bo Solomon of Spring Green, Wisconsin, was in Rome to study at John Cabot University. One Minnesota mother knows exactly what this family is going through after she lost her son during a student program in Japan. That's why Cheryl Hill is pushing families to educate themselves, and she created Depart Smart, a nonprofit organization that helps students and parents prepare for safe travel abroad. Hill will soon launch an online study abroad education school, something she sees as a life-saving tool similar to driver's education.
But we would never put a kid behind a wheel without driver's education, a safe vehicle, but we'll put them on a plane into a foreign country with none of that preparation because it doesn't exist, not until we make it. And that's my gift to the world in honor of my son.
To learn more about Depart Smart, head to valleynewslive.com and click on the hot button. Legwork is expected to start in Detroit Lakes to prepare for a bridge replacement project. So if you're traveling to Lakes Country anytime soon, you'll need to plan ahead. Crews will close the inside of the lanes Highway 10 near Summit Avenue and Highway 59, which is near the Canadian Pacific Railway Bridge. The bridge replacement project isn't scheduled to begin until next year, but workers are preparing the area by constructing crossovers in the highway median. Construction should last until mid-July. Work crews aren't wasting any time getting that sinkhole that developed in South Fargo yesterday morning fixed. It's at 9th Avenue and 42nd Street, and it's creating additional getting around issues in a part of town already dealing with major traffic hassles. But Public Works Supervisor Lee Anderson tells Valley News Live the repair work is going well. He says the sanitary and storm sewers are repaired, and his crews are now tackling the sinkhole itself. Anderson says if the weather cooperates and the rest of the project goes smoothly, it is possible that stretch of roadway will reopen late Friday. The 116th annual Polk County Fair is just getting underway in fertile Minnesota at this hour. It's one of the most successful county fairs in our region. As Valley News Team's Neil Carlson shows us, it's all about tradition.
The Polk County Fair oozes tradition. The Concordia food stand has now been in business 92 years in a row, raising money for the local Lutheran church and its missions. The success of all this rests on the backs of around 150 volunteers who help make the Concordia food stand's home-cooked meals a fair favorite. Art Shusky has been volunteering here for 60 years.
Well, ever since we moved here in 1955.
So you've peeled a lot of potatoes over the years?
We have peeled quite a few potatoes. Yes, we have.
In fact, volunteers peel around 800 pounds of potatoes every year during the fair for potato salad and, of course, mashed potatoes.
I was going to say I was on the board, the fair board for 40 years.
Okay.
In 1954, but about 10 years ago, I retired from the fair board.
Okay.
And now they got me peeling potatoes.
I used to come here when my mother was doing the cooking, and I had to drive her home because Dad didn't drive after dark.
What year do you think your mother started working here?
1930.
It's all just part of a long tradition here that keeps people coming back year after year.
Do you guys still have a pretty good deal on admission?
Oh yeah, it's free. That's the best part. Yeah, free to come to the fair.
Dinner's extra, but you can rest assured you'll get a great home-cooked meal based on decades of experience and dedication by those who carry on the tradition of the Polk County Fair. From fertile Minnesota, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
The Polk County Fair runs through Sunday. Letting your unique style shine is something one Fargo artist is trying to teach people with her new business. Carrie's Twisted Art near Main Avenue in Fargo offers classes, and the business can even come to you for an event. On the Valley Today this morning, reporter Ashley Bishop and Carrie Schwanke made a rose out of egg cartons and used recycled materials. Carrie says she's willing to try anything with people and adds that anyone can make art.
I've actually had a couple people who, they were very apprehensive to come to a class. They were very apprehensive to even create a painting and said, pretty much we're just here just to be here, just for somebody else. And they've come back to a ton of classes. They've gone out and purchased their own art supplies.
Carrie's Twisted Art has public events 3 times a week. Prices start at $30.